And welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG. Last time, we did our lion's share of side quests. This time around, we still have some side content to get to. Fortunately, one of it is just going to be along the way, in the way of us doing what we're want to do anyway to progress the game. The other one will require a bit of backtracking, but it's not a huge deal, and of course I have the magic of post-editing jump cuts to help out with that. Just real quick, I did reorganize my party slightly. I swapped Mallow back in. He's still wielding the Zoom shoes, since that just helps him out the most. I swapped the Jinx belt onto Bowser, and hopefully I will be able to run with these guys for what we're going to be getting up to. Although there will be a specific moment where I'm probably going to swap Geno back in and just get the Zoom shoes on him just to secure his speed. Now, to progress the game, we need to get back to, well, the end of Land's End, but just before we enter Bellome's Temple. So let me cut ahead to when we reach that point. Alright, so here we are back at the desert portion of Land's End, and I just did want to take this moment to point out something. Got a couple level ups on the way here, and got some skills for that. For starters, we got Mario's Ultra Jump spell, and this is one of Mario's two kind of multi-targeting spells. The way Ultra Jump works is that it works just like Super Jump, except with a slightly more generous timing window for it. I believe at its most difficult, you get 3 frames to make the jump instead of just 2, but it distributes its jumps randomly across enemies that are in the fight if there are multiple. Not super useful, and it's pretty expensive, so I don't really use it, but maybe I'll show it off at least once. More importantly is that Mallow got access to his next multi-targeting spell, Snowy. It's 40 power, and it also deals Ice-type damage. Not nearly as many things in the game are resistant to Ice-type damage as they are to Electric-type damage, so not only does this have a lot more general use, it's of course exceptionally useful against enemies that are weak to Ice-type damage, so pretty handy get there. Geno also learned his Geno Blast spell, which is his first multi-targeting spell that hits the entire enemy formation, and it deals non-elemental damage, so it's pretty useful on that front too. So if you want to wipe out enemy formations, a combo of Mallow and Geno can do some pretty good damage at this point in the game, assuming the enemies are not super resistant to magic-type damage, which unfortunately an increasing number are. Ooh, this is good here. We're at the end here. Also, I was just cutting in at this point because I just wanted to show we don't have to fight the antlion creatures over again. We can just blow right through them to get through. But this is formless. Now, if you try to hit this guy with physical attacks, nothing will happen. But if you hit him with a magic attack, he will become visible and become Mokura. At this point, he becomes immune to magic, and you have to start using physical attacks on him. Mokura is a bit of a weird enemy, and he just sort of randomly appears in this section of Land End, possibly other parts of Land's End also, but he also pretty commonly appears after the fortune-telling section of Bellome's Temple, the one where you have to hit the 3 switches to get your fortune. This is not really a terribly interesting fight, but, you know, it is a little secret thing, and kind of weird, honestly. And I just wanted to show it off at least once, and yeesh, there's Bowser's famed awful magical defense shining. Took some pretty nasty hits there, but nothing too bad. Get a good amount of experience for killing this guy, though. If you have a very physically oriented party, once you reveal him, you can take him down pretty quickly, and I believe you can fight him multiple times. But yeah, that's just one of the weirder enemies. The only time you get into, like, a random encounter that has the standard boss theme also. Anyway, now that we're at the cliff out of Land's End, 10 hut! All troops in positions. Mario, your mission is to scale the cliff by jumping shell to shell. So, the Sky Troopas will form little platforms that can jump across. When you jump onto the Sky Troopas, they will start moving in a predetermined pattern, and you just have to jump between them to get up the cliff. Now, one thing to note is that there is a timing component to this, as in your being timed, not that your jumps have to be specifically timed or anything, and if you make it within a set amount of time, you can potentially get a good reward. So, let's see here, if I can just, yes! How quick was that, Sergeant? Mission accomplished. Elapsed time is 12:51. That's quite good. Here's a little something from me. So, for our efforts, we got a frog coin. However, you can get different rewards for scaling this in a certain amount of time. So, what I want is a sub 12 time. So, I'm just going to cut ahead until I eventually get that. You do have to have some pretty precise jumps to get this, and it's pretty easy to fall and just invalidate your run. So, let's try this again until I get a sub 12 time. Mission accomplished. Elapsed time is 1170. This took me a few tries, but I finally got it. Distinguishing work, soldier. Here's the next best thing. A Troopa Pin. Alright, so we get a Troopa Pin. Now, there is another reward you can get for this. If you get a sub 11 time, which is very, very difficult, you have to be moving extremely quickly to get that, you will get 5 frog coins, and both the single frog coin reward and the sub 11 frog coin reward are repeatable. So this little mini game, once you get good at it, it's actually the best method for farming frog coins in the game. There are a couple of easily repeatable methods to get frog coins, but this one is by far the most efficient, as long as you practice it. Now, the Troopa Pin that we got is a really, really good accessory. Much like the Ghost Medal, it does not provide any statistical bonuses, except to your speed stat. It boosts your speed by 20, as you can see, which is a pretty sizable amount. Now, you may be thinking, well, that's basically Zoom Shoes with double the speed but no defensive bonus. How good is this really? Well, the Troopa Pin has a secondary effect. Much like the Ghost Medal, it provides a auto buff when a battle starts. When you begin a battle with the Troopa Pin equipped, you will automatically get the attack up status, which is amazingly good. Your attacks are just boosted by 50% right out of the gate. Particularly characters who rely on AoE magic, like Mallow and late-game Geno, really enjoy having this accessory equipped so they can just launch their most powerful attacks right out of the gate and do a ton of damage to the entire enemy formation. Now, let's return to Land's End and let's re-enter from the cliffside. Dropping down here, the Sky Troopas will come back if you re-enter the cliff area, but we actually want to enter Balom's Temple, so let's just get this guy to appear and return to Balom's Temple. You may remember the first time we were here. Ooh, we got so many of these guys just blocking our way now. And I don't have a star block to get rid of them. But you may remember the first time we were here, we got an alternative version of the Balom room where there was a golden statue, and I mentioned the temple key we got in the last video. That temple key is to that Balom statue, so of course we just want to go and get the payload there to continue on. Oh, actually, we don't need to take another fortune. Good, saves me some money. There's Mokura, if you didn't fight him already, which we already have, so we can just ignore him for a bit. And let's continue on. Don't have to reshuffle this room. Now, hopefully we get the fortune that I'm looking for when we return here, so let's just take a hit. I'm so hungry. I wish I had something to eat. Nah, that's not the right one. We need the one that says it's past his bedtime. Sorry, I'm not accepting visitors past my bedtime. Alright, good. That means we've got the Golden Balom blocking our way, we've got the temple key to get him out of the way, and we have a ton of rewards to reap. That key you have there looks pretty tasty. Oh, you can have it. Come on. Now get out of my way. There we go. And he has deleted himself. So let's clear out our inventory a little bit. We got some items to grab here. You may notice that I have a Yoshi candy there. That was just something I got trying out a Yoshi cookie to see what it did. There is a specific enemy coming up that I actually do want to use Yoshi cookies on in order to get a specific item. Fortunately, I also... getting rid of these able juices. I also got a power blast from one of the enemies in Land's End, which is super handy. That's a very good, very rare item that you normally have to spend frog coins on. It increases the entire party's attack power by 50%. Good stuff. But inside the hidden temple area that we need the key, got all these frog coins, another good frog coin payload, second only to the Cricket Jam side quest, and a bunch of enemies or items to grab here. We got a fire bomb, which is whatever. Got a Royal Syrup, which is a 99 FP restore, very nice, and a Max Mushroom. Nothing too grand here. Caro Cola would have been nicer overall, but I won't say no to those free items, though I may end up just selling them to get more fireworks money after a point. But that's neither here nor there. Now that we've collected the items here, we can quickly leave Balom's Temple. The reason I decided to do this after the cliff scaling was, of course, so that we could just take the trampoline out of here and immediately get into Bean Valley. So yeah, nice little way to make this a bit more efficient. Hey, I actually want to use the trampoline this time. Yes, please, you can have my money. Shut up, take my money, let me bounce on out of here. And away we go. So, let's, oh dear, I have to scale the cliff again, so let me just, do that real quick. Alright, got another sub 11 time here, I just want to see what you get. Jack Squad. Okay, never mind. So yeah, better to go for 12 times if you can't nail the sub 10. Whatever, yeah, once again, my faulty short-term memory kind of led me astray there, and I thought that we would be taken to the world map by that trampoline, so not as efficient as I had hoped, but not a big deal. This is a good opportunity as any to show off Snowy, so we'll just soften some of these guys up. Oh, right, Gino, or Mallow is faster than Bowser now, so these flowers are normally resistant to, what is it, electric attacks, so let's see how Ice fares on them. Snowy has a rotate the control pad action command. That wasn't too much better on these guys. Yeah, that's kind of a common problem that Mallow runs into late games. Enemies either are resistant to his elements, or they just have oodles of magic defense that really render his attacks quite ineffectual. It's pretty annoying, honestly. Now, inside the Bean Valley, there is actually an enemy that we can use the Yoshi cookie on them to get Power Blasts, which I'm really hoping to collect at some point. As well, there are Octovaders who can potentially drop... What is it? No, you know what? I think I went the wrong way here. We do have some hidden chests to collect in Bean Valley, so I want to make sure I'm going the right way. But as I was trying to say, Octovaders also have a potential to drop... Okay, this was not the right way, so I was just getting paranoid there. Octovaders also have the potential to drop Power Blast, so if we can kill them where we find them, so much the better. And man, I am getting nailed with the random encounters here. Anyways, I was double thinking myself. There was a hidden chest right there. Isn't that grand? Alright, heading over this way. Let's get down this pipe. Yeesh, I am getting into encounters out the wazoo. There's a flower for our efforts. Nothing else of note here, though. So hopefully we can avoid some more encounters here. Oh, geez, come on, leave me alone. Okay, now here is a screen that has something interesting. Got a bunch of pipes with some plants on them, and this Shy Guy flying around, watering them. Now, you could take him out by jumping from the pipes, but I would not recommend doing that because, well, he'll eventually water those plants, and then we can attack these plants. So let's just jump onto this one. Let me see here. Yeah, none of these are things I'm looking for. I believe we've seen these before, but nothing too terribly remarkable about these guys. Mostly just want to hit them with physical damage. A lot of them are pretty magical resistant, though those Gekits back there are pretty vulnerable to Snowy, so let's throw that out real quick. But when we destroy these things, the pipes will open up for us, and we can explore what they have. 3 of these actually have stuff that is interesting and we care to see. 2 of them just have some additional potential for items that I don't really care for, so I'll just address what they have. Now, inside some of these, let me see, we're looking for, not that, there's a specific spot where there's a chest. Let me see, I got some screenshots here. Yes, okay, right around here somewhere. If I can find it. Oh, geez, there we go. Sometimes it just does not want to appear for you. I gotta chuck out some of these able juices. These things are just so useless. You know, Peach is just so much more helpful for those. Now, the other thing of note inside this, what is it, underground area is this. This is the final Mimic-type enemy, the Box Boy, and I just realized I forgot to bring Gino into this. I really wanted him for Gino boost, so this might get a little dicey, because this enemy is actually quite dangerous. That blast is going to deal ridiculous damage. Oh, geez, I am absolutely floored that Bowser did not get killed by that, so we want to be a little mindful of what we're doing here, and we actually don't want to aggress on this thing. We want to keep our, okay, did get the time to there. We want to keep our offense purely, what is it, on Mario's turn, since his jump deals the most damage to this thing by far. Box Boys hit ridiculously hard and are extremely dangerous. As you can see, he counters any magic attack against him with Blast. We better use a pick-me-up on Mallow just to err on the side of caution here. But he also, much like the, what was the previous one, was the Pandarite, he also summons enemies, or a enemy in this case, to deal with us. What's Scream gonna do? I believe this inflicts the fear status on you. Yes, okay, but he's taken enough damage. The Box Boy has about 1,000 HP, so definitely not the easiest enemy to take down, but as you can see, very vulnerable to Mario's jump, especially when he has access to the attack scarf. Now this guy over here is not too threatening. He's also pretty vulnerable to jump, but is resistant to most other types of magic. Aurora Flash is a really annoying multi-targeting spell. As you can see, it's multi-targeting sleep. Pretty nasty. Mario's jump should be able to finish this guy off even with the fear status. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oof, this is gonna be brutal. Okay, we are in a bit of a dire spot, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually err on the side of caution, start throwing out some pick-me-ups here. I really should have put Geno into my party before I hit this. Oh dear. Okay, oof. That got scary in a hurry. Fortunately, Bowser should be able to polish this guy off. Or not. Oh, okay. Bit of a delay there. Yes, that was kind of frightening, honestly. Not the end of the world if I did die, but, you know, I'd rather not. Ooh, Bowser learns Crusher. That is his next attacking spell. It's actually not too bad in terms of raw power, and it's non-elemental, so you don't have to worry about anything no-selling it. Peach has gotten access to Mute, which is another useless status effect spell that I do not care to ever try and attempt to get to stick on the enemy. I got so lucky there. Mario had exactly 1 HP left. We almost had our first game over for this Let's Play. At least first game over, that wouldn't be me doing something on purpose. Oh boy, the fighting Box Boy always goes pretty raw for me, because it can just go... It can go so bad in such a hurry. As you can see, we got a frog coin for heading up that vault there. Pretty nice stuff. How are we doing on frog coins, actually? Ooh, we got more than enough to finally get the Scrooge ring, so after we get out of here, I'll definitely go pick that up. Now, we have to wait around for this guy to water some more, and before I forget, I want to use a maple syrup, and let me see... no, I still want to keep Mallow in this for just a little bit, but soon enough, I do want to put Geno into my party. Conveniently, he hit the next thing that we wanted him to open up. Now, these two at the top, let me see here, yeah, these two just lead to some additional chests that have nothing I care too much about, but these two pipes, this one right here and this one, do have things I'm interested in, so let's clear these out. Or, actually, you know what, we'll figure it out. Now I'm doubting myself and wondering if it's this one. Let's take these things out. Alright, just took the liberty of clearing out all of those pipes that I actually want to check out. I definitely know the top right one does not have anything I care about. Now this one, let me see here, it has another hidden chest right around here, and we get a Caracola, very nice. But here, and I absolutely want to put Geno in my party before I forget, not want to have the devastating thing that just happened. We're going to swap him in for Mallow. If we hit this chest, we get a slot machine. Alright, so let's see what we can get here. Okay, that's actually pretty lucky. For getting 2 stars, and to clear these slot machines, you need to get 2 of the same thing. If you get 3 of the same thing, you get a frog coin. If you get just two mushrooms will give you a recovery shroom, 2 flowers will give you an FP flower, and 2 stars will get you a rock candy, so pretty nice. Now, what happens if you don't get any matches of any kind? Then you get to cry, because you get to fight a box boy, and if you are not prepared for that, that can be something of a disaster. Let's check this one out. Ooh, hey, frog coin. So yeah, probably the best thing to get from these things, honestly, is rock candies. Those are really annoying items to get otherwise, and having a decent supply can come in handy for a specific bonus boss fight. Oh no, I was completely wrong. This isn't the one I wanted at all. Whatever, let's take our chance at the slots again, and there's Box Boy. Fortunately, with Geno there to boost up Mario, I was able to take out the Box Boy in just 2 turns. Alright, so now we have to wait around for this guy to clear this one out. I did not intend to check all these pipes, but once again, my faulty short-term memory caused me to completely miss which one was the one I was looking for. You know what? This is as good a chance as any to show off Geno's new Geno Blast skill, so let's just get into a fight here and show this one off. Like so many other skills in Geno's arsenal, Geno Blast is a hold Y to charge attack, so release when the 3rd star hits the screen, and he'll just carpet bomb the area with rainbows and deal some pretty decent damage. Not really comparable to Mallow's damage with Snowy, honestly, because these things are slightly weak to ice, and Mallow has a higher raw magic attack stat, so that does some more damage overall, but I did just want to take a moment to show that off. Now, I will admit, what I actually want to do with this pipe, and we're going to have to come back here later, is not available to us right now, but I want to point out something here, a golden chain chomp. Now, if you get into a fight with it, it's just a normal chomp, but remember this chomp for later. He's very, very important for a side quest that you can do in the game. Let's see, with that taken care of, do I have anything important on Geo? No, I just have the ghost medal. Explains why he took so little damage from Box Boy when he got targeted. Already forgetting what I've put on who. Let's get Mallow back in, and we want to top everybody off, so let's use some HP rain real quick. Get everybody in full fighting condition. Let me see, do we have... We only have Royal Syrup. I'm never going to use these otherwise, so let's just throw those on. And let's get into the boss fight over here. So, heading into this area, we've got another Shy Away watering a piranha plant here, and this piranha plant is in our way, so it needs to die. Now this fight can be a little annoying, since as you can see, this is already different than what we've been seeing up to this point. Smilax, of course, as a piranha plant, is immune to jump, so Mario is just going to have to wail on him with the masher. But with Mallow in our party, and these guys being reasonably weak to Snowy, we have that as an option. As you can imagine, it's not going to be that easy. La-di-da! It's shower time! There, my pretties. Now we've got 2 heads on the Smilax. Hi-ho-de-dum. So, let me see. Well, let's show off Bowser's Crusher skill. Haven't had a chance to use magic from Bowser for a while. Once the Rock Spire hits the screen, that's when you do the action command, and it does pretty decent non-elemental damage. Nothing too special, though, as to be expected of Bowser techniques. Oh my gosh, sorry. Getting a little too caught up in my discussions here, but let's hit these guys with Snowy, see how much damage this does. Hopefully quite a bit. The Chewies were reasonably vulnerable to Snowy, so I'm hoping for good things here. Oh, hey, these guys are actually very vulnerable to it. Mallow, your day in the sun has come. It's recycled water. There, my pretties. Alright, so now we've got 3 to deal with. Hi-ho-de-dum. So let's, It is honestly tempting to try out some of Bowser's magic here, but it's probably not going to do too much, so let's just spread around our damage until Mallow's turn comes up. I'm totally botching the timed defenses here. Enemies like this where, you know, there's just a mile between you and their attacks, it can be super difficult to hit the timed defenses on it. One thing that's nice about Snowy is, in comparison to other magics, such as, you know, Thunderbolt, Shocker, and Bowser's Crusher spell, the Rotate the Control Pad action command is actually super easy to hit and get the max damage out of it every time, and just completely annihilate the enemy formation. I added some nutrients. There, my pretties. Heidi-ho-hum, or hi-ho-de-dum. However you want to say it. As you can see, now we've got Mega Smilax. And this is the final stage of the fight for... Ooh, yeesh. That was a little nasty. Oh no, Mallow. Alright, we're gonna have to use a pick-me-up to bring him back in. Oh, don't target Mario. Okay, good. Yeah, that is a good example of how devastating he can be. Oh no. Oh, this is a disaster. Petal Blast does damage to the entire party and puts them in the mushroom status, so this can go south in a hurry. And unfortunately, when in the mushroom status, you have no choice but to just wait it out. Hopefully, Mario can stay in here. Luckily, I'm stocked up on pick-me-ups. It seems like we have pretty decent defenses in the mushroom status, at least. I don't know if sleep can override, Okay, so it can't, so... This is just a wasted turn from them, and honestly really desirable to see, since it means they're not getting additional damage in on us. Oh boy. Riveting gameplay here. Come on! Oh my goodness. So yeah, now we just have to wait until these guys are done wailing on us, and hopefully we can get Mallow back in the fight and nail him with Snowy, and deal a nice bit of damage. Oh no, this could potentially re-inflict the status again. Okay, it missed. Oof, that got me nervous. Okay, let's get Mallow back in. Let's take out the 2 smaller heads and finally get back into this fight. Alright, Snowy, here we go. And hopefully Mega Smilax also takes pretty good damage from this. If I was being truly optimal, I probably would have brought Geno in and started throwing boosts around over Bowser. Fortunately, with the Troopa Pin, Mallow does get to do some pretty solid damage right from the word go. Ooh, man, I am mistiming these defense all over the place. And Scrodust. Not that that really bothers Mallow too much, since he attacks via magic most of the time anyway. But after a bit of an unexpected stall out from this fight due to the... what was it? Mushroom status. Man, I am losing my train of thought all over the place today. We're back in the action, and let's just hopefully finish this guy off with this. Yes, there we go. Not too good, not too bad, just right. Look what you did. Smilax's been whacked. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Queen Valentia told me to keep everyone out of Nimbus Land. What should I do? I know, I'll run away. Excellent plan. Hey, what's that? What's this? It's a seed. Well, let's take it. Hey, wasn't that gardener in Rosetown talking about a legendary seed? Wonder if there's a connection there. Anyway, in this section of Bean Valley, we come across a bit of an unusual floating block here. Sorry. It's a brown brick, like from Minecraft. But it also sprouts a beanstalk. Hey, I bet we could climb up this. Wow, did you see that? It's a magical beanstalk. Hit the block once more to climb it. Alright, can do. Let's get up to the beanstalk, climb up the beanstalk, and enter what is probably the most notoriously hated platforming section of the game, the beanstalk section. How to climb the vines. The vines are positioned from the bottom left to the top right. When you jump, you'll be able to disengage yourself from the vine. Nimbus Department of Transportation. And this is where the isometric platforming of Super Mario RPG really begins to fail. It can be so difficult to judge if you're gonna hit these beans or vines. So just do your best. Remember that these are all directly across from each other, so you just need to keep Mario pointed in a forward-facing manner and just jump straight across. Regardless of how it looks, you will make it. But yeah, absolutely, it can be pretty tricky to make some of these jumps. So let's see if we can't... oh man. Yeah, and this is far from an easy section of the game. It's pretty famous for how difficult it is to judge these jumps. Okay, remember, straight across. Oh no. Yes, this is... you make it, and this one's a really tight jump. You fail it, and you just have to try again and hopefully get up it. So let's keep trying. If I fail repeatedly, and as you can see, I got a frog coin to grab there also. The fun just doesn't stop. Oh, man. Alright, let me cut ahead until I get this. Okay, I've made it onto the vine. Now, no... There we go. Okay, I got the frog coin, but we still have to get onto the vine again to climb up it. So, oh no. Okay, one more try and then another gratuitous jump cut. Also, I'm aware that I have not fought the enemies at this point, but we'll save it for once I'm done climbing these vines. Now we want to, let me see, did I climb up the right vine? Oh well, we'll find out once I get all the way up here. Hey, got into a fight with the enemies again. So here we've got the birdies and we got the heavy troopas. The heavy troopas take a turn to rev up and then will hit you with a hard attack. But as you can see, they're extremely vulnerable to jump magic. I don't really remember what the birdies do, honestly. At this point, we do actually outpace the enemies pretty heavily in damage. So it's very, very rare that they'll actually get an attack off if you're playing efficiently. Especially if you're just spamming the AoE magic from Mallow and Geno. They will just tear through enemies. Obviously, it's not a perfect solution, because there are plenty of enemies who are quite resistant to magic of any variety, so it won't always carry you through. Okay, gotta get... No! Okay. Yeah, that's quite the jump that they're asking to make there. Fortunately, I did get the... what is it? Frog coin already, so don't have to keep shooting for that. Okay, remember, straight across. This one does require quite a bit of precision from the point where you have to jump. Okay, and straight... No! Oh! Okay, one more try, and then if I fail again, we'll just cut to when I get it. Oh, boy. Okay, so I was, like, messing around with this for so long, and I was like, why am I not getting this jump? I'm, like, just barely clipping it. Then I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm missing something here, and sure enough, I just wasn't jumping on the, yellow vine to hit the hidden platform. So now I finally got that. I wasted way too much time trying to make that jump legitimately, as in without the assistance of the platform. It looks like you can just barely do it, but every time I managed to clip it, but then I'd immediately slide right down because I would still be holding down to keep my momentum, and Mario would just immediately climb down off of it. So I just wasted 5 minutes of my life. Actually, I think it was a little bit more than that, but whatever. Anyways, if you make it up this way, you get a frog coin and a rare scarf. Let me see, I forget what... I actually did not collect this in my practice playthrough, so let's see. The rare scarf, let me see, what's that? 15 defense and 15 magic defense. Does it increase your speed at all? No speed boost, so it's just a really powerful defensive accessory. If you, in the absence of anything better, probably not too terrible. Does it indicate any... Nope, just it's purely defense. Okay, works for me, I guess. Anyways, heading down this way, can open up these chests and get a couple flowers, then head down this way, and just get sent down a little bit further. Hey, what's the deal with you guys? Hot springs are up ahead, but only royalty can bathe there. And you don't look so royal. Come on, we have Princess Toadstool with us, doesn't she count? Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, let me see here. What if I take this out? Okay, so yes, we've made it to Nimbus Land. Also, I'd just like to take a moment to comment, man, I have made so many jump cuts in this video. It's been... There's going to be about 20 minutes of footage edited out of this final recording, let me tell you. So, we've made it to Nimbus Land, but a cutscene starts off as soon as you enter it, so we're going to return to Monster Town to save our progress. There is still one side thing that I have yet to... address, which of course is the mystery egg. I was planning to do that throughout the course of this video, but ended up getting protracted in stuff like the Nimbus Valley bean climbing section and doing all of the pipe areas that I did not intend to do, so that ended up slipping my mind, but we'll take care of that at the start of the next video and then enter Nimbus Land proper. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.